So for those of y'all who are relatively new, little background on me. I had a very traumatic childhood, spent 30 years trying to recover from that. Last summer, I got sober and it changed my life. And here I am. Now, I'd just like to say, the men in my life have not been thrilled with the transformation. My husband has come around. We made a commitment to each other to love each other no matter what, and we both stand by that. And my father is a narcissist who I haven't cut out of my life. He lives next door. I just drew a boundary where I was sick of listening to him whine about his life and never ever caring about my own and never listening to me. I just kind of said, I'm done with this. I don't really enjoy this anymore. And then another man in my life, my mother's boyfriend, when she died, he was also my parents' divorce attorney, mind you. So my dad and he hate each other. I cut him out of my life because he made a point of making sure I understood that he completely disagreed with my politics. He implied that I was involved with radical leftist terrorist groups. Told me, half the country voted for Donald Trump because he's amazing. And I was like, I don't need bullshit in my life. And I've always kind of wondered why, when you were hanging out with my mother one afternoon, she killed herself. So I think I'm done with you in my life too. So he wrote a letter to my dad, and my dad called my husband, and basically, they want to have an intervention. So my dad talks to my husband last night and is like, is she okay? What's wrong with her? She's so angry. And my husband defended me, and they got into a fight, and he just let me know about all of it this morning. And it just cracks me up, because it's like, when a woman is crippled by trauma for 30 years, when she has done the work, gone to therapy, gotten on medication, when she has thrown off the shackles of dysfunction and has fully stepped into who God made her to be, when she feels more empowered and alive and happy than she has in her entire life, the old white men are not happy. That's how my husband started the conversation. He's like, you're upsetting the old men. They're worried about you. That's when they worry. Not when I was on the verge of suicide for 30 years. When I'm happy and free and at home in my body, that's when there's concern. And why? Because I'm angry. There's nothing more upsetting than a woman who stops being nice. Nothing more upsetting than a woman who is angry. Yeah, so I sent him a text this morning, even though he's blocked, and said, hey, instead of writing letters to my dad, why don't you question your belief systems? I'm not crazy. Supporting a president who ignores the Constitution and is tearing down American democracy, that's crazy. So maybe focus on yourself instead of worrying about me. Could there be a better illustration of the patriarchy than me being happy and contented for the first time in my entire fucking life, and the two men who have been there the entire time being so upset by it that they're like conferencing together on how to handle me?